Hello, I'm Reverend Teresa Crabtree, and I'm the creator of the Soul Cleanse, which is a powerful method of releasing dark entities and non-beneficial energies. And a lot of people come to me for a soul cleanse because they're hearing voices and are being seriously haunted and harassed by non-human beings. And in this video, I will show information about various types of entities that currently harass humans. And in other videos, I will address how humans can become vulnerable to entity interference and how to stop this interference. Many people tell me they don't believe in dark entities, ghosts, demons, or ETs. And I respond by saying, that's okay, but they believe in you. Some say ignorance is bliss, but ignorance can also lead you right over a cliff if you're wearing a blindfold. So what are dark entities? Before the world was created, something big happened. The source of all temporarily allowed parts of itself to go out and create whatever they wished and to explore in any way they chose. And these beings were filled with light and full remembrance of their roots to the source. Every conscious being is gifted with free will, the ability to choose whatever it wishes to experience. As you likely have noticed, this exploration is in full swing, and we currently have billions of people on Earth at various levels of being loving and not loving. Through eons of time, some non-human beings have continually made choices that resulted in energetic blocks from divine light. As a result of exerting their free will, some make choices based on fear, greed, desire for power, and limiting beliefs until they no longer remember their true roots as a child of God. They're called dark entities because they've closed themselves off to the natural flow of divine light, which exists everywhere. As a result, they cut themselves off from this nurturing energy, thus they need to use their own energy to exist. As they expend their energy, then they seek other sources of energy to remain in existence. They found that humans are easy targets, especially those who lack self-love and are not in tune with divine light. Dark entities come in various levels of negative energy. Each individual has their own goals and ways of drawing in the energy they need to survive. The darkest entities, often called demons, have no compassion or concern for other life forms. They'll go to great lengths to experience what they choose with the arrogant belief that there will be no consequences. Some of these believe that humans are no more valued than a junk food snack. Billions of dark entities are the pawns of others who are manipulating them. They've been trained to fear the light or to be mind-washed into believing there is no higher power. This makes it easier to force them into blindly following instructions. Some dark entities intend to be malicious, while others may be ornery, who like to play practical jokes on humans. Others were created for various purposes, with limited ability to think, plan, or create. Some of these may suck energy from humans or scare those who can see them, although they may not intentionally be trying to harm humans. However, there are many dark entities whose intention is to harm and harass humans. They can read the human subconscious mind and the emotions that are stored in the body. Then they will use the human's fears and limiting beliefs to weaken them further. This makes it easier to manipulate their targets. Each dark entity has their own agenda. Some desire power and control. Some may push an alcoholic to have just one more drink, or an addict to have just one more hit. They'll do all they can to destroy the human self-esteem and break up any love connections with family and friends. They may even push a person to commit suicide. Their goal is to create as much chaos as they can. Then they feed off the energy of their victims. Some dark entities like to attach to the energy field of humans and take possession of their bodies. And some will remain with that body until death of the host. Others may jump in for short spurts of time or harass from outside that target's energy field. When a human has experienced severe abuse and they look into the eyes of the perpetrator, they often recall that it wasn't the person looking back at them. Instead, there was a presence of something evil looking at them. And interestingly, many serial rapists and killers have stated that they don't know why they did these crimes. They often relate that at the time of their crime, they left their body and something else performed the heinous acts. These are sure signs of someone who is possessed by dark entities. Succubi and incubi are sex predators who often prey on humans who are lonely. Their most common ways to gain access to the human's energy field is through the use of pornography or sensual dreams by taking on a form that the human will find alluring. As they gain the attention and interaction of the human through dreams or masturbation, the human may unknowingly or intentionally allow the dark entities to gain access into their energy field. Then all hell will break loose, because these types tend to be possessive, jealous, and can be extremely aggressive. They'll do all they can to disrupt any kind of love, romantic, or sexual ties, and often try to isolate the targeted human. Ghosts, on the other hand, are humans who have died and are still hanging around the earth plane. I prefer to call them earthbound spirits. When a human dies, there's a natural pull that will take them to the next place where they'll undergo a cleaning process, life review, and then reunite with their higher self. However, due to free will, after death, a disembodied human can choose not to follow that natural pull. This happens for a variety of reasons, such as a fear of going to hell, not wanting to leave those who are still alive, and they may want to seek revenge if they were murdered. They may have an attachment that they can't let go of, such as an addiction to drugs, alcohol, sex, power, or their material possessions. And some don't realize they're dead. As a result, earthbound spirits hang around the earth plane trying to fill their needs. Some will stay in a specific location that they love, such as their home or the beach. They may hang around the place where they died, such as the hospital or the scene of an accident. Some will follow or latch onto other humans to get their needs met. For example, it's not uncommon for a young child who died in the hospital to latch on to another child or a caring nurse. It's also common for an earthbound alcoholic to hang around bars. Many ghosts are not conscious earthbound spirits. In most cases, the apparition is stuck residual energy with little to no consciousness. In these cases, the ghost continually repeats the same scene over and over, or perhaps others can feel their energy, although there is no consciousness involved. This happens quite frequently in the deceased person's home and items they frequently used, and also their photographs. Now, currently, there's much talk about extraterrestrials. Every ET race has individuals who are very loving as well as those who are evil, and most are in between. Some of the dark ETs have the intent to control the earth and its occupants, while others are here to help humans to awaken and remember their true roots. Most are in between with different agendas, both positive and negative. The most powerful dark ETs are the rogue reptilians and some of the Mantis races. They had the belief that they created the space on Earth for the human to be seated. Thus, they can do with humans as they choose. They lack compassion and do all they can to fulfill their agenda. They can manipulate unsuspecting humans and also work in open alliance with humans who desire to be in positions of power and control over the main population. Currently, you'll find humans working with or possessed by reptilians and other dark entities in leadership roles in almost every industry and every nation on Earth. Also, there's a lot of talk about the Greys. Again, I wish to point out there's no entire race that is evil, only some of the individuals within most cultures. There are many types of Greys. Some have dark agendas, some are robotic pawns of dark entities, while others are helping humanity to evolve. There are also a myriad of cultures of beings who live in and on Earth in non-physical bodies. Many of these we call nature spirits. These include the fairies, gnomes, trolls, elementals. Some have dark agendas. Some wish to work with humans to make Earth a better place, while most simply ignore humans. Some are angry at humans for being so destructive. Others are mischievous and may play tricks on humans. Energy parasites are low conscious beings that appear in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some can shapeshift and change their appearance. Some parasites will hang around their target's energy field. Some can latch onto or penetrate the host's body and energy field. Like physical parasites, their goal is simply to eat and exist rather than consciously cause disruption. To sustain themselves, they suck the energy from their host. As a result, the host may experience fatigue or a variety of physical diseases. The largest danger associated with parasites is their ability to enter a human's energy field in mass numbers. Therefore, when the host's energy field is weakened, it makes it easier for dark entities to gain access. Dark entities and ornery spirits are everywhere. No one is immune from being harassed by them. However, you do not need to fear them. On my website and YouTube channel, I share how to keep from being vulnerable to dark entities and also how to stop them from harassing you. If you currently are being harassed by dark entities and want my assistance, you can request a soul cleanse through my website at teresacrabtree.com. We will communicate through emails. All work is done telepathically. There's no need to meet in person, so I can work with you wherever you're located. I will also send you several tools to help you to empower yourself. Currently, I work by donation. You choose the amount and send your donation after the services are completed. Know that you always have sovereign rights over your body and energy field. So, don't put off asking for help. Namaste. And now let's go.